Today I am going to share with you a speech given by Admiral McRaven to the University of Texas graduates in 2014. He was the commander of the Navy SEALs, and this speech he gave became famous as many people, including my own family, took the life lessons that the Admiral shared that day and started implementing it into their daily lives. What starts here changes the world. I have to admit it, I do kind of like it. What starts here changes the world. The average American will meet 10,000 people during their lifetime. That's a lot of folks. But if every one of you just changed the life of just 10 people, and each one of those folks changed the lives of another 10 people, just 10, then in 5 generations, 125 years, you will have changed the lives of 800 million people. If you think it's hard to change the lives of 10 people, change their lives forever, you're simply wrong. Changing the world can happen anywhere, and anyone can do it. So what starts here can indeed change the world, but the question is, what will the world look like after you change it? Well, I am confident to say that it will look much, much better. I have a few suggestions to help you onto the way with a better world. Our struggles in this world are similar, and the lessons to overcome those struggles and to move forward. Changing the world, ourselves and the world around us will apply equally to each of us. I have been a Navy SEAL for 36 years, but it all began when I left Utah for basic SEAL training in Corando, California. Basic SEAL training is 6 months of long, torturous runs in soft sand, midnight swims in the cold water of San Diego, obstacle courses, unending calisthenics, days without sleep, and always being cold, wet, and miserable. It is 6 months of constantly being harassed by professionally trained warriors who seek to find the weak of the body and the mind and eliminate them from ever becoming a Navy SEAL. But the training also seeks to find the students who can lead in an environment of constant stress, chaos, failure, and hardship. To me, Navy SEAL training was a lifetime of challenges into 6 months. So here are the lessons I learned from basic SEAL training that will hopefully help you as you move forward in your life. Because of time constraints, I will be sharing the top 5 lessons that the Admiral mentioned that day. If you make your bed each morning, you will accomplish the first task of the day. It will give you a sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another and another and another task. By the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will reinforce that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you will never be able to do the big things. And if by chance you do have a miserable day, you will come back to a bed that is made, that you made. What a made bed gives you an accomplishment and some encouragement that tomorrow will be a better day. If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. Over the few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was just set down to 35. There were 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, and the best boat crew we had was the little guys, the Munchkin crew as we called them. No one was ever above 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam every other boat crew. The big man in the other boat crews would always make good nature from the little guys, flippers, the munchkins, put on their tiny feet prior to each swim. But somehow these little guys from every corner of the nation and the world always had the last laugh, swimming faster than anyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but how you will to succeed. If you want to change the world, measure the person by the size of their heart, not the size of their flippers. Several times a week, the instructors will line us up to do a uniform inspection. It was exceptionally throughout. You had to be perfectly starched, your uniform immaculately pressed, your belt tuckled down to be shiny and avoid any smudges. But it seems that no matter how much effort you put into starching your hat or processing your made uniform, the instructors would always find something wrong about it. For failing the uniform inspection, the students had to run, fully clothed, into the ocean water, and then, wet from head to toe, roll around the beach from every part of your body was covered in sand. The effect was known as a sugar cookie. You stayed into that uniform for the rest of the day, cold, wet, and sandy. There were many students who wouldn't accept the fact that their effort was in vain, that no matter how hard they tried to get their uniform right, it was unappreciated. Those students didn't make it throughout SEAL training. Those students didn't understand the purpose of the drill. You will never succeed. You were just going to have to do the perfect uniform. Sometimes, no matter how well you perform or prepare, or how well, you will still end up to be a sugar cookie. It is just the way life is sometimes. If you want to change the world, get over being the sugar cookie and move forward. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the night swim, the instructors joyfully brief the trainees on all of the specific sharks that inhabit the waters of San Clemente. They assure you however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark. At least not recently, but you have been taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground, don't swim away, do not be afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summon up all of your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. Will be a lot of sharks in our world today. If you complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. The instructors threatened us with one more in the time with more mud if we kept up the singing that we were doing at the time. But this singing persisted, and somehow the mud got a little warmer, the wind got a little bit calmer, and the dawn not so far away. If I learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope, the power of one person. Washington, Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start singing when you're up to neck in mud. Finally, in SEAL training, there's a bell, a brass bell that hangs from the center of the compound for the students to see. And if you ever want to quit, ring the bell. Ring the bell and you will no longer have to wake up at 5 o'clock. Ring the bell and you will never have to do freezing cold swims. Ring the bell and you will never have to do runs or do the obstacle course or the PT again. You will no longer have to endure the hardships of the training. Just ring the bell. Thank you for your time today. Whether or not I do win this presentation, I hope that I left you guys more committed ever to change our world. Thank you.